Joel Albert McCrea was born November 5, 1905 in Pasadena, California. His father, Thomas McCrea, was an executive with the Los Angeles Gas and Electric Company. Joel would deliver newspapers to the homes of Cecil B. DeMille and others in the early film industry. He was 10 when he was an extra in D.W. Griffith's film Intolerance. He continued to act and work in theater through high school and college. He attended Hollywood High School with several future stars such as Catherine DeMille, Jack Turner, and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. At 6'2.5" McCrea had an impressive and good-looking appearance on screen. He would have several uncredited roles before having a significant part in the 1929 film The Jazz Age with Douglas Fairbanks Jr. By 1930, he had second billing in The Silver Horde and in the Will Rogers film Lightnin'. He had second billing in several more films with female leads before taking the lead role himself in 1932's movie The Most Dangerous Game. In the 1933 film The Silver Cord, he would meet his future wife, Frances D. She stated that once married, she wanted to give up on acting, but McCrea convinced her otherwise, saying he didn't want her to blame him if she missed her work. She would eventually stop acting in 1954 with the birth of their third child, Peter McCrea. McCrea was well-liked by many actors, including Will Rogers, Randolph Scott, and Katharine Hepburn, as well as publisher William Randolph Hearst. Hepburn placed McCrea's acting skill on par with Spencer Tracy and Humphrey Bogart, although McCrea himself was very modest about his own ability. McCrea was the first person to play Dr. Kildare in 1937's Interns Can't Take Money. He was in Gregory LaCava's Primrose Path, in Alfred Hitchcock's Foreign Correspondent, both in 1940, Sullivan's Travel in 1941, and The More the Merrier in 1943. Although his roles were wide-ranging, his personal tastes were for American westerns, for which he stated that he was better suited as he aged. Some of his more successful western films were Wells Fargo, 1937, Union Pacific, 1939, The Virginian, 1947, Colorado Territory, 1949, Wichita, 1955, The Tall Stranger in 1957, and Ride the High Country in 1962. Added to this was a successful run in Tales of the Texas Rangers on radio from April 1950 to September 1952. Although he performed in a few episodes of Lux Radio and Cavalcade of America and a few others, it was movies where he was best known. His final role was in the 1976 film Mustang Country. In all, he is credited with 95 films and television roles, 38 alone in the 1930s. Interestingly, he turned down several noteworthy roles, including Spitfire with Katharine Hepburn, The Impatient Years, The Postman Always Rings Twice, Intruder in the Dust, and The Story of Will Rogers. McCrea was a successful businessman and rancher, having a 3,000-acre working ranch near Camarillo, California. He appeared to have made more money in real estate and ranching than in movies, said to be worth about $100 million in the 1970s. The McCreas had 3 children who would all go into acting. Joel McCrea passed away from pneumonia on October 20th, 1990, in Woodland Hills, California, the day of his 57th anniversary to his wife Frances. Information for this biography was taken from the Internet Movie Database, the Classic Movie Hub, the Los Angeles Times Online, the New York Times Online, and from Wikipedia. For Old Time Radio Researchers, I'm your announcer, Patrick Andre. Thank you for listening.